little bit.
Live from Grace Church of the Nazarene, we welcome you to the Not So Late Show, starring BJ Bolton.
Good evening or afternoon, Grace Church. We are so glad you are with us here on the Not So Late Show. We have a great show for you tonight. We got Pastor Jason and Pastor Tanya with us tonight. We are gonna and we are really excited to have the one-man band here with Philip Noel.
What's up, all you cool cats and
Great
kittens?
job, great job.
Yes, we're going to have a great time tonight just hanging out, sharing some updates, having some fun, as well as answering a few of your questions just a little bit later. First off, thank you for watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We're going to get some of your questions off of Facebook Live. If you're on YouTube Live, we're not following those comments tonight, but if you want to comment on Facebook Live, we'll be keeping up with you there. Well, so just sit right back and enjoy the show. First thing we're going to get to is some news and updates.
So is that my cue?
That's kind of your cue.
Okay, so I get to go now?
Yeah, we're going to let you go now. We're going to ask you a couple of questions, though.
Okay,
is that good?
Do you want me to just kind of share what's going on, or do you want to ask me some questions?
I want to do both.
You want to do both? Okay. So do I start with doing my own thing?
Yeah, let's let you do
Okay,
your own
I'm
thing.
going to do my
start
own
with.
thing. Hey, in case you don't know, my name is Jason, and we get a chance to work together, and we see each other about, since we only work one day a week, which is on
Sundays.
Yes,
Yeah,
that day.
that's that one day.
We see each other every so often. So,
Yeah,
but
are
hey,
you guys going to talk about like kind of what you do 5 days a week?
should I talk
It
about
really
that?
is only one day, right?
It is.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
one
go.
day.
There you
Yep.
go. No, seriously, we do have some information we do want to share with you, and I know so many of us are desperate to really know what's going on with all the stuff that the president's saying and the governors are saying, and who else do we have? Mayors are saying, and school board people are saying whatever. I don't know what school board people would say, but I'm sure
They say
they're saying
things.
stuff. They do
Something
say
different
stuff.
than somebody else said.
They call
This
me
is
like 4
true.
times a day, I think.
That was really good devotional, by the way, today, the whole 28 days of prayer, unity. But so many people are wondering what's going on, when we're going to open back up as a church and all that kind of stuff. So I want to be the first one to tell you that that really what's going to happen is we have decided that our goal date, as long as nothing changes, that our goal date is going to be May 31st. So that's going to be a good thing. We're going to be getting some information out to you on that. May 31st, we will be allowing people back into the sanctuary here just a little bit more. I'm really excited about that for 2 reasons. Number one, I've been missing you. I get to hang out with them, but I'd rather see you at this point. But on top of that, this is kind of a neat thing. It's a very theological thing for me, but it's also Pentecost Sunday. So isn't that kind of a cool thing?
Yeah.
And so,
We're red.
so there's this whole idea about how they were gathered in the upper room. I'm not sure this is the upper room, but we do get a chance to gather back together on May 31st. That's the plan. If you are a volunteer, if you work in the nursery, if you're a greeter, an usher, you're out in the parking lot, if you hand out mints in bathrooms, whatever you do, then what
we don't have people handing out mints in bathrooms. That's not the church.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not social distancing.
That's not social distancing
Okay,
either,
okay,
no.
just making
and
sure.
it's kind of weird that someone's in the bathroom handing you mints.
It's probably so.
Yeah.
But if you're a volunteer of some sort, we want you to know that you're going to be getting some information. We do have a day that we're going to have you come in. We're going to show you some stuff, and we're going to have some training. We're going to get ready for all those things. And that way we will be ready for May 31st. So be watching for that. I think Pastor Tanya has already shared some things about that with you, but I'm looking forward to that. All right? Anything else?
Good. Yes. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this coming Sunday? What's our topic? What are we learning?
Well, we have been going through 1 Peter, and 1 Peter was written by a guy named Peter. It was the first book that he wrote, or the first letter that he wrote. And he wrote that to a group of people that were really struggling. They were overwhelmed. They were nervous. They were scared. They were curious, anxious, all that kind of stuff. And so we've been walking through that letter because that's kind of where we're at, feeling overwhelmed. Some of us are anxious. Those of us that are extroverts are ready to get back into being extroverted. Those of us that are introverts are maybe a little bit more scared about getting back, and we're kind of enjoying ourselves, whatever. So we're all thinking about the future just a little bit. And so Peter talks about how to deal with that, how to go from adversity, the stress of life, to moving forward, advancement. And so on Sunday, I'll let you know that we're looking at 1 Peter chapter 2, and it's really kind of verses 1 through 10 is where we're going to focus. And you're going to hear a little bit about some milk and about some stones, but not milk stones.
Not milk stones.
I've heard of milk
I
stones.
thought you were going to go milk and honey.
Milk and honey? Well, that's a land somewhere far, far away. That was on May 4th, though. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
But it is.
That was 2 days ago.
Is today the 6th?
Yesterday was May the 5th, which is like Cinco de Mayo, so that was Taco Tuesday.
I can't keep up. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about milk stones and what that really has to do with being able to move forward in life. All right? So It's going to be great. I am so pumped about this. You will not want to miss this, I promise.
You do not want to miss Sunday. That's going to be a great time together. Well, that's our news and updates, Grace Church. So hopefully we'll have some more information for you coming soon. So look forward for that. Now, we know it's tough right now trying to stick together because we're social distancing. But we want to share what we're going to call moments with grace with you right now. This is just some things that we know that have happened that maybe not all of you know that have happened. And we got a couple of things a couple of births that I'm going to kind of toss this over to Tanya and let her talk about just a little bit. Speaking of new birth.
It's
yes,
new birth,
perfect.
the really real physical kind. So we want to say congratulations to Jed and Lauren Draper on the birth of Dallas. He was born April 1st. A healthy baby boy. Mom and dad, big sister Chloe, and Dallas are all doing great, so we can't wait to meet them in person. Yay, baby!
Yes.
That's exciting.
And that is, because the best kind of church growth is new babies, I think, personally, so.
It's fun.
It's good. And then also this month, on April 23rd, Josiah Daniel Norton was born to Jennifer and Derek Norton. I think I just said that wrong. Josiah Daniel Norton was born to Derek and Jennifer Norton, big sister Evelyn. So we welcome Josiah. We can't wait to meet him in person too. That's going to be really, really awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey, a lot of people know about this, but I want to tell them again, it is not too late to join in the Read Through the Bible project. We have over 70 readers, ages 7 to 80, reading different books of the Bible. So here's what you do. You email readthroughthebible@columbiagrace.org, and Miss Tammy will assign you a book of the Bible that you read between now and May 15th at your own home, your own pace, and then you just let her know when you finish that book. So far, I think we're at about 28 books of the Bible read. So our goal is to work together to read the entire Bible before we come back together to have church in person. So that's really awesome. And then also, I want to thank some delivery drivers. We have had about 10 different delivery drivers who have been delivering meals to some of our seniors through a program at Kathy's Restaurant, and they have done that multiple days a week now for several weeks, and we thank you for that. We appreciate that. So thank you, drivers. And I think that leads into Pastor BJ's got some thank yous for us, some very special thank yous.
We have this next segment we're moving to is thank you notes. Now some of you are going to think that we stole this from Jimmy Fallon, okay? And we did. But we're going to pretty much do that segment, and we're going to do this each week, so we have some great thank you notes. And our one-man band, he's going to play us in. He's got us some thank you note music, right? Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's good stuff.
That's that smooth
jazz.
Smooth jazz. Oh, he's got to put his headphones on. He didn't have his headphones on.
Smooth jazz.
You ready? Okay. All right, let's get to our thank you notes. And we have these nice little Grace Church cards to write our thank you notes on. So here we go. Thank you, oil companies, for dropping gas prices to 1990s lows during a pandemic when we can't go anywhere.
Yes. Yes.
It's true.
Makes me
What's
want to
the
go out and get
cheapest
some
you've
gas.
seen?
What's the cheapest
you've seen?
I've seen $1.16 in Lewisburg.
Yes, Lewisburg. Is
Really?
the place to go
Lewisburg.
for gas.
Travel to Lewisburg to get your gas, apparently.
Word up to Lewisburg. There we go.
So that's where you want to go. All right. Thank you, notes. What else do we got? Yeah. Thank you, Internet, for always cutting out at the best possible moments.
Yeah, I love that face.
So later on, I actually know someone sent in a question about this later on, and they really wanted to know if you did that on purpose and if they can expect that when we get back to in live services, if you're just going to freeze.
I'm thinking about it because it made such a direct impact. The best part is, the worst part is no one remembers what I preached on. That's kind of the sad part.
Yeah.
All they remember is the face that I
Yeah.
made. So I don't know.
Well, apparently it was a really intense moment.
It was. I think, lots of things are flowing through my mind, but we better get back
I
to the
think he was
thank you
saying
note.
something about your mojo.
Your mojo.
Your mojo.
Your mojo. Well,
Honestly-
his mojo was off there.
This is what I looked like after Cinco de Mayo last night.
You weren't on stage, though.
That's correct.
That is correct. Yes, you were in a different room.
A whole different feeling
Yeah,
right
there was
there.
some porcelain in there, I'm pretty sure. All right, back to thank you notes. Thank you, social isolation, for giving my girls more time to learn even more TikTok dances.
You're doing.
That was pretty good, right?
That was
I
really
think-
good.
I think
We should have had different
we
music
should have,
for it.
yeah, we should have had different music for my TikTok dance.
I know.
Yeah, that would have
That would
have been perfect for my TikTok dance.
That's right there. I like
Yes,
that.
Yes.
I like
All
that.
right, one more thank you note. One more thank
One
you.
more.
All right,
That's a lot of thank yous.
I got to stretch for this one.
You all right?
Yeah, my hand's cramping up. Thank you, canceled events, for giving me more time to binge watch Netflix. I mean, read my Bible
In 28 days.
in 28 days.
Or is it 15
No,
days?
We're
it's
praying for
15
28 days.
It's
We're praying-
15
we're
days.
We're reading the
praying
Bible in
for-
2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay.
right.
We're praying for 28 days, which we're nearing the end of that.
We are.
We're nearing the end of that, but you can still pray beyond that. It's okay. Well, that's it for thank you notes. Thank you for all those individuals who I wrote those notes to. Not really.
I'm sure they'll be blessed.
I'm sure they'll be blessed. Yes, they're probably all watching. And thank you, Jimmy Fallon, for coming up with something that funny. All right. Our next segment, we're going to steal from Jimmy Fallon again. That's kind of funny that we keep stealing from the same guy. Just don't tell him. Okay, we are going to play Mad Lib Theater, and we are going to use Pastor Tanya and Pastor Jason for that. If you don't know what Mad Lib Theater is, it's actually really funny. So we have a few questions we're going to ask Jason and Tanya, and we're going to fill out something, and they're going to actually act it out. So
We'll see.
both of you, you'll just answer at the same time.
Okay.
So, and I already have one of these marked for Tanya, and I have one of these marked for Jason. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't get them mixed up
There we
Good
go.
idea.
because it's that way. So I need an adjective from both of you.
Gargantuan.
What?
Gargantuan.
I can't spell that.
Do the best you can.
Gargantuan.
I've been getting that word ready for 2 days.
I don't have spell check. That's nothing. That I don't know what that is. Jason, do you have an adjective that I could not spell?
Tiny.
Tiny. Tiny.
Oh, I see how this is going to go.
Oh, I see. All right, another adjective.
Orange.
Orange. That's a color. Does that count as an
Yeah.
adjective? Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
A color is an adjective. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm going with curly.
Curly. I thought you were going to say curvy for a minute.
That's scurvy.
Scurvy. Scurvy. That's
I don't know
that's
where
like-
that came
would be a
from.
noun.
That would.
Which, speaking of that, I need a noun now.
Go ahead.
Am I going first?
Sure.
Tooth.
A tooth.
Or do you like teeth? Which one do you like?
Tooth. Tooth is fine.
Tooth is fine.
And nail.
Tooth and nail.
Ooh, here we go.
Nice. Nail. Now, are we talking a nail with like that you hammer in, or a nail?
We'll
is in
see
a
when we
fingernail?
get there.
I guess we
We
will.
don't know.
Yes. All right. Another noun. Another noun.
Shoelace.
A shoelace. You were looking down when you said that.
I'm being inspired
You've
right
inspired.
now.
Yes. Yes. Use the things around you
How
to.
about a light pole?
A light pole. As the opposite of a heavy pole.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. Another noun. We're running out of nouns.
Scaffolding.
Scaffolding. Now everyone knows that there's scaffolding sitting in the sanctuary.
I just thought of it.
I'm going with Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. We'll pay homage to him since we're stealing all of his
Absolutely.
brilliant ideas.
Absolutely.
All right, a verb. Hope you knew your grammar when you came in here.
Sneezing.
Sneezing.
Is that Tanya's page?
Yes, that is. Sorry.
Oh.
Man, there's no telling how many of these words I've messed up. Tanya, ignore these scribbles on this line later. Okay.
Totally. Skydives.
Skydives. I guess that is a, okay. Okay. Now a date. Just a random date.
like a hot date.
Like a hot date. No, like a date, like a on the calendar.
I was thinking about that. Can you say Thursday? Is
You could say
Thursday?
me.
Sure. Thursday works.
Does Thursday work?
I think Thursday works.
I mean, it's like not a date.
It's not a date,
It's a day.
but yeah, Thursday is fine.
Okay, Thursday. I'm going Thursday.
Okay.
I'm free Thursday.
October 9th.
You and me. October 9th. That was
On
a
October
really
9th.
good
huh?
day.
October 9th.
That was an amazing
All right.
day.
Well,
How
good to know.
about a celebrity?
Oh man, I already used Jimmy
Denzel.
Denzel.
Dibs.
My
But
celebrity's
she
always
said
Denzel.
that like really quick, like Denzel.
Oh man.
He's the first one that comes to mind.
All the time.
I gotta come up. You came up with a guy. I gotta come up with a girl.
A girl. A celebrity girl.
I don't watch stuff.
As
That's
long
my
as you
fault.
don't
She
steal
said,
it.
as long as you don't say like Beyonce, we're okay, because she said Denzel.
I vote Mila Kunis, but that's just me.
No, that's, yeah.
You know, I saw her on Ryan and Kelly the other day. How about Mila? Mila Kunis? How do you
Kunis?
say her name?
Mila
Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
What?
All right, how about a holiday? Holiday, celebrate.
Purim.
I was gonna say I thought
What,
about
huh?
Madonna.
Purim.
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 Oh.
How do you spell Purim?
Purim. Purim.
Purim, not Purell.
Purim.
I'm gonna. My is Rosh Hashanah.
Totally being Jewish right now.
Spell Rosh Shana. Y'all aren't gonna.
I'll know what you're
like-
saying.
Yeah, I'm saying you're saying it. All right, color. There's a lot of words.
Red.
Red.
Fuchsia.
Oh my goodness.
She's doing this on purpose now. Fuchsia.
FEW.
It's probably closer than what I wrote.
What you got?
All right, a noun. Noun. Another noun.
Swing set.
There's no swing set in the sanctuary, so she didn't
No,
get that from
no.
here.
Pig.
Swing set.
A pig. All right, a verb.
Swinging. This is gonna be fun, isn't it?
I'm not sure it's going to make sense. Tanya?
A verb. How about just running?
Running. All right, another noun. Don't worry, there's like 12 more to go.
Seriously? My
Yeah, this is a long
goodness.
one.
How about light? Is dark a noun?
The dark, yes.
Okay.
School bus.
You didn't go with dark.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
All
I'm
right,
a little ADD. I've already forgotten we were
all
playing
right,
the
a
game.
shape.
A shape?
Yeah, shape.
Octagon.
Oh, that's what I was going
You
to
should have
do.
gone first. You should have been
Octagon.
faster.
Can I say
Too
octagon?
I mean, I guess you can, or you could go like rhombus or
slow. Triangle, circle.
triangle, circle.
I'm going to
square.
go rhombus. I like that.
Rhombus.
I'm feeling the rhombus right now.
Rhombus.
What is a rhombus?
I'm not sure.
It's like this. Like the
That's a
side.
I
square.
thought that was a parallelogram.
No, the side. Well, I guess rhombus is a parallel.
I don't know the rules.
I think.
Here we
I
go.
don't know all the rules. All right, adjective. I may be just making all this up.
An adjective
Yeah.
Loud.
and silly.
Silly. Another adjective.
Stinky.
Smelly.
Apparently, we
Me
like
and smelly are the same thing, right?
I'm playing a different game now. I'm doing
Oh, you're playing a
synonyms.
different. Okay, all right. A plural noun.
No, my.
It's got to be more than one. That's what plural means.
Children.
And you got a lot of those.
Did I say kites
Kites.
already? Yeah. Earlier?
No, you haven't said
It
kites.
was in my head, so
It
I'm
was in your
saying it
head.
now.
Okay. Can't even remember what she said. Okay. Oh, she'd make a great.
We seriously have 12
right.
more, don't we?
Yeah, there's like 6 more. Adjective.
Bumpy.
You know, somebody said once that they were coffee, but
They were
I don't know that
coffee?
that's really. I know, like if you cough, they were
Oh,
coffee.
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 I think
Can you
that.
do that?
I think that'll
Codfish.
work.
Coffee.
Coffish.
Sneezy. You can be
Maybe
sneezy.
codfish.
Codfish.
I like codfish. I think codfish is the
Codfish.
No, not codfish. Codfish is the correct pronunciation of coffee.
Okay. Codfish. All right. Another adjective. Be thinking adjectives. 'Cause
Round.
You're gonna need those. Round.
Tall.
Tall. Another adjective.
Another adjective again?
Another. Yes.
Sticky.
Sticky.
Gooey.
And and gooey. Yeah, sure. Another adjective.
Oh man.
Happy.
Sad.
Now we're just yeah. All right, noun.
Drums.
Drums.
747.
It's a number, but okay.
But
Oh, the
it's,
plane.
It's
The
a plane.
plane.
It's the plane.
Plane.
Could be
It's
a
a
plane.
plane, boss. The plane. The plane. Okay. Noun.
plane.
Another noun.
Another plane.
One more noun. Not another plane.
Another plane.
A noun.
I've lost track.
Uh,
A hammer.
like an MC hammer?
No,
No, a regular
a
hammer.
regular hammer.
Should I do it?
If you want to.
Nail. She said it last time.
All right, that completes the actual filling out of this. You guys are running for president.
Yes.
And we have written your presidential speech
Very good.
for each of you. So who wants to go first?
Jason.
Jason's
I
going
thought
first.
ladies went first.
That's okay.
Ladies go first. Jason goes first.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the trick, though. I'm gonna switch up your answers and give you the opposite person's.
Oh. So I have to go over here?
Yes. So you're gonna go to the podium right over there, and we are going
Do we have
to
we
have
don't have any
your
dun,
presidential
dun, dun, dun.
speech.
He's got you.
Oh, he's
Talking in
got
the
me?
way. Am I in the
Maybe
way?
my phone's acting a little slow.
Is it there? I feel so much better. Look, my Secret Service man right here.
You're multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
That's right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if I were president, I would be so gargantuan. All of the citizens of the United States would be orange. I really want to go to a certain way.
That was
Do it.
perfect.
Do it.
I really,
Huge.
huge. All of the citizens of the United States would be orange, that I was their nail. I would be a great president because I want to make a light pole first. That's the first thing I want to do is make a light pole. I would make a law to let scaffolding go skydiving or skydives. Then I would let everyone have a party on October 9th to celebrate Purim. When is Purim?
Not October.
Okay. I would also make Denzel my vice president.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Living in the Fuchsia house would be so amazing. Every day I would run through the swing set. I'm just picturing it right now. I'd run through the swing set and running down the staircase. My school bus would get to live at the White House with me. Working in the Octagon office would be loud. I would have to meet lots of smelly people from other kites. I hope I would know what to do. I wouldn't want to be rude. I think I would make a bumpy president. I was just thinking about all the bumps I had. I think I would make a bumpy president. I would be round, gooey, and happy. I would make sure all of my drums were best for everyone in the country. Being president is a very difficult hammer, but I would be great at it. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right. Presidential candidate, Pastor Tanya.
All right. Let's see what we have here.
Wait.
We got to get the music going.
Yeah, maybe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I were president, I would be so tiny. All citizens of the United States would be curvy. That I was their tooth. I would be a great president because I want to make a shoelace. You guys need those. First, I want to make a law to let Jimmy Fallon go. Sneezing on his way. Then I would let everyone have a party on Thursday to celebrate Rosh Hashanah.
Yes.
And I would also make Mila Kunis my vice president. Living in the Red House would be amazing. Every day I would run through all the pigs and swing down the staircases. Swim down the staircases. My light would get to live in the White House with me. My light, Tracy, right there, would get to live in the White House with me. Working in the Rhombus office would be so silly. I would have to meet a lot of stinky people from other children. And I hope that I would know what to do. I wouldn't want to be rude. I think I would make a crawfish president. I would be tall and sticky and sad. I would make sure all of my 747s were the best for everyone in this country. Being the president is a very difficult nail, but I would be great at it. God bless you and God bless America. Woo!
Yes. All right, folks. If you're at home, that's our presidential candidates right there. I'd say I'd vote for either one of those.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. Yes, it could. Yes, it could.
How is it when you get on camera, there's all sorts of things that flow through your mind that you shouldn't say?
I don't know, but they are all up here right now, and I'm not saying them.
I know they are. And they're very tall and sticky.
I was given a speech by my wife, and she goes, "You do realize you're on live camera, right? So don't say what you're thinking."
That's exactly right.
Stick to the script.
Stick to the script. And we didn't write much of a script, so there's that. All right, thank you. Thank you. All week long, you guys have been sending in questions, so thank you for those who have sent in questions for us, for Pastor Tanya and Pastor Jason. We've had a bunch of great questions, and we're going to kind of go to our Q&A session with the pastors. I'm going to ask one of our studio audience, Michelle Noel, if you could scroll through and see if there's any questions I need to ask on Facebook. Because there are like a lot of people commenting on Facebook. You guys are like...
They have nothing else to do.
Sure, I know. I have a whole bunch of questions up here, but if there's a really good one that is online, let me know. She said no. What are you people doing? Yes, I actually, that's where we want to start. Everybody is asking, where did you get a haircut while we were in quarantine and they are all like closed down?
Well, see, how is it that everybody sees my haircut? I don't even notice I have a haircut. That's the crazy
I
part.
haven't had a haircut. I mean, look, I'm like looking almost as bad as Jay Marks.
So he,
If you haven't seen Jay Mark's hair, you want to make sure you get a look at that next time you see him.
that's right. So here's how it happened. I typically, all my life, my mom cut my hair, and then whenever we got married, I literally looked at my wife Tina and said, "It's now your job to do this." And
So
she,
you replaced your mom with Tina.
well, that's a little weird. So we're going to keep going past
Just
that.
making sure.
But she began to cut my hair. But for the last several years, just because of the pace of life, I began to cut my hair, and I usually use clippers on the top and kind of fade it down. I do my own typically, but this past time, when I get bored, the only thing I know to do is to change how I cut my hair, because the rest of
Really?
it,
That's all there is to do if you're bored.
I know that's the only
Change your
thing I know to
haircut.
do. And so literally, I decided that what I was going to do was kind of, instead of going a 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1, I decided what I would do is I would go a 2 and just kind of cut around here and leave this a little longer. Part of that is because the older I get, there's more little places that I can see my scalp, but that's a whole different thing. Yeah. And so I thought, I'm going to leave this a little longer. And so literally, I went outside and I got the blades, the 2, the 3, and the 4, and I got it all ready. And all of a sudden, I started cutting my hair like this. And I looked at it, I'm like, man, that's a lot of hair. And I looked down, and instead of a 2, I had a 1 on the lowest setting possible.
Nice.
And so literally, it looked like, remember those kids when they get like lightning streaks in their hair? That's about what I look like, because it was kind of jagged all through
lightning
here.
streak.
And so
You should have left that.
I should have.
You'd have been
I should.
cool.
Well, the first Sunday,
In like 1980.
Yeah, really. 1980, cool. The first Sunday, I literally started to preach so that people could only see this part of my head. So that way they would not have noticed.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? You told us.
I did. The difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut is only about 3 weeks. That's all it is. So
About 3 weeks. All right, so now everyone knows that Jason was social distancing and cutting his own hair.
that's right.
Have you ever cut your hair with a bowl? Like, did you do a bowl cut? Like, put a
I
bowl
don't
in
think
your
I
hair?
ever
You
did that.
don't-
I did see somebody. I've been watching. I have found this whole new world with YouTube, and I know that people have been doing it forever. But I've been watching some, and I've actually seen people putting silver bowls on their head, and like cutting around that. That blows my mind. I didn't know people really did that stuff. It makes me. It makes me
yeah.
think I don't want to go eat at their house. That's what it makes me think.
Yes, that's because, they're using their serving bowls to cut their hair.
I know it's not. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
gross.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah.
All right. Another question. Let's see. Tanya, why don't you tell us where you met your husband, Tracy? Do you even remember?
Oh, I don't know this. I want to hear.
yeah,
it.
we want to know where you met Tracy. Like,
I went to church with his brother and sister-in-law when I was in college. So we met at church.
At church. Well,
there
like,
you have it,
at this
everybody. The
church.
most exciting
this
story
church.
you've ever heard.
Not this church.
Which church?
It was called Whispering Hills. It's now Concord Community Church.
Right.
But I went to church where you went to church. You
I
guys went to church there, too.
I did. We met and
So-
married there. Well, we did.
So-
We met it somewhere. We didn't meet there, but we got married.
Yeah. Tracy still lived in Michigan. The family saw me, thought I'd be a good wife for him.
So it was an arranged marriage.
Maybe.
Is that what
I'm not sure.
Is that where,
We'll
that
see.
was the only way Tracy was going to find a wife? Is that what we're saying?
I didn't say it. You said it.
See, there's part of me that's. I'm still wondering about the tall and sticky thing.
The
I'm
tall and
wondering if he was
sticky,
tall
yeah.
and sticky.
Yeah. All right. Same question, Jason. How did you meet Tina?
Okay, I love telling this story. This is really this is the highlight of my life almost. I mean, it really is. Because
I thought it was meeting me, but
well,
okay.
it was close. Tina and I went to Trevecca Nazarene University, and the story goes that I was standing in line waiting to go into the cafeteria to eat. And so as I was standing there, if you remember how you went in through the door there, to the left there was another door, just kind of past some staircases and stuff. And I remember like it was yesterday. I remember the door opening, birds beginning to fly in. It was filled with light. Sunlight just came through. Angels rolled in with their trumpets. And all of a sudden, Tina walked in, and I was blown away. And I said, that is the girl that I'm going to marry.
Oh,
I did. I did. Now, the rest of the story is I went and dated everybody else because it was scared me to death. I did. I was so scared because I'm like, that's the girl I'm going to marry. Oh, I'm not ready to get married. So
We're glad you finally got it right.
Well,
I did.
Took
I
you
did.
a while. Apparently,
It did.
but,
Well,
yeah.
I was, honestly, I was so intimidated by her beauty that I kept talking to my friends and saying, you got to set me up. And they just took forever. And they would say, have you asked her out? No, you haven't set me up. Well, you got to talk to her. No, I can't talk to her. And she's far out of my league. And she still is. She's way above me. So
Nice.
that's just the way it is.
Hey, how did
Oh,
you meet
wait.
Burr?
How did I meet?
Ooh.
You're a pastor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
That's a deep subject.
that's a deep subject. We actually met at a friend's graduation party.
Did you really?
Yes. So that was the first time we met,
And
and she was with someone else, and so was I. We were both dating someone else, but things just worked out.
Did they work out that time at that day?
No, not that time. But she stalked me.
Did she?
Yes. Now she's gonna tell you a different version than
But
what
she-
I'm telling you.
but she's not up here.
But she's not up here with a mic, so she was stalking me everywhere I went. She showed up, and she just followed me around so long. I was just like, you know what? She's gonna be around, so might as well. So
How did she stalk you? Because there was like no internet back then, right?
yeah, there was like no internet. I had a pager. Yeah, one of the
Whoa.
big giant ones too. You know,
Yeah.
Because you were cool.
because I was cool. Yeah.
Wow. Man, I didn't know you were that old.
Yeah, I'm
That's pretty wild.
embarrassed to say that. All right, moving on. Before I embarrass myself anymore.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, Farrah Oliver asked, what are each of the pastors' Enneagram numbers? Because her and John are really into the Enneagram, and if you don't know what the Enneagram is, you need to, if you're on Facebook right now or YouTube, you need to go check that out and find out what the Enneagram is, or you're not going to understand any of these things that people are fixing to answer.
If I could pick Enneagram, I would pick Graham.
Graham,
Cracker.
Enneagram.
Golden Grahams?
The Graham
Golden
cracker?
Graham.
Yeah.
No, who asked this question?
This is Farrah Oliver.
Farrah. Okay, good. I am a 3, I believe. Would you agree?
We got to know yes from the audience.
audience is saying, oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
All the way.
Definitely.
3 all the way?
3 all the way.
3 all the way.
Yeah.
And so I'm still learning this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a 3 that means my wings, which that just sounds weird to me.
You have
I'd
wings.
rather be tall and sticky or something, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We're going to keep going back to that, aren't we?
I am.
You can't get
That
it
will
out.
be my phrase for the next month. I'm
Tall
telling
and
you.
sticky.
Oh, great.
So with wings 6 and 9. So I'm a 3.
No, those aren't wings.
No.
Oh,
Six
they're
and-
not?
Those are
No,
something
6 and,
else.
that's your stress and strength numbers.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
we
Your
go.
wing.
Man,
You're
I
a wing.
thought I sounded so smart just now.
I'm sorry.
You're
I
probably a
should-
wing 2,
Wing 2.
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle, go with it. Yeah. wing
All
two.
right.
All right, Tanya.
That's what I figured.
I'm a 9, which means I don't know and I don't care. But I love you anyway.
Our cameraman is going, yes!
Cameraman, Bill Ebel's a 9. Yes.
And I will just say it is the best possible way to live.
Is the best possible way to live. We are all jealous of the 9s because they are just so laid back, and the rest of us are not. Philip, our one-man band over there. Philip, what are you?
I'm a self-pres 7 with a wing 8.
Self-press.
Self-preservation 7 with a wing 8. Very nice.
Man, I
Very
gotta-
That's the one you want to be.
That's
No,
no.
you wanna be a 9.
And
that
the 8
is-
is about to speak.
The best number is about to let you know what they are. Okay. Pastor BJ is an 8.
An 8. Are you trying to challenge me on that?
Do we want to? If you don't know anything about the Enneagram, the book The Road Back to You is a great book to start with, and in that book they start with the number 8. So because they know to start with the best.
Gotta get the worst out of the way.
Because if the 8s don't read about themselves first, they won't finish the book.
She cracked it.
She cracked it right there. All right.
BJ will make so much more sense to you if you read this book.
Yes.
You'll
If
understand
you read
him.
this book, you will understand me better, and I think that's what everyone should do.
And you're always right.
And I'm always right. Except when I'm mistaken. I'm never wrong.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
been mistaken a couple times, but
Gotcha.
never wrong. All right, let's see. We already asked Jason about his haircut. Let's see what other great questions we've had. Hey, what's your favorite Bible character or story from the Bible? Any favorites? Tanya's like, I love them all.
I am a 9. I don't have any favorites. I love them all. I really do. The Grace kids will tell you that. They will tell you how many times I've gotten in children's church and said, this is one of my favorite Bible stories. And they're kind of going, you said that last week, but
But I say that all the
it
time
was
too.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
So-
good.
But I'm not a 9. So let me ask you this: when you had your kids, what was the first story you couldn't wait for them to know from the Bible
Well, Jesus.
about Jesus?
Well, they have to know about Jesus first. No, if I had to pick one favorite Bible character, I think it would be Joseph.
Okay,
Not Jesus is Joseph, although no offense, Joseph. The Old Testament Joseph.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
'cause,
Why that?
I just think how that reminds us that the Lord uses everything for good, even though he was a bratty, snotty little brother. You know, that was okay. And
Is that in the Bible?
if you
Bratty,
read between the
snotty?
lines.
If you read between
You
the
read
lines.
between the lines. But God helped him, delivered him, was with him through all those different situations. And it made a really great musical.
Yeah,
Thank you, Andrew Lloyd Webber
I believe so.
or Tim Rice or one of those guys, or both of those guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's good. Sheila Woody actually asked a question if anyone knows BJ's real name. So if you're on Facebook Live right now and you want to take a shot at it, if you don't already know it, take a shot at it. Like if you already know my real name, don't type it in Facebook. Let's see what people can come up with.
Some options for
Some
BJ.
options for what BJ stands for. You could go Buford Jerome, Bartholomew Jackson, anything like that. So just a couple of guesses there for you. Has someone already answered correctly?
Yeah, it's not on Facebook.
Oh, it's not on Facebook.
We have a delay
We have a delay.
in case there's anything that we want to edit out.
Okay, so they're probably editing that out. Okay. They'll get to it. All right. Let's see. What other fun questions do we have? Tanya, do you like?
Why are you picking on me?
I'm sorry. I'm picking on you right
It's
now.
Jason's turn.
It's Jason's turn.
Because you're a 9, it doesn't matter.
I mean, we talked about his haircut. I mean, you
was
shouldn't care.
bad
Yeah,
enough.
you're 9. You don't care. So, all right, we'll start with Jason because I'm really curious. I have a daughter who in a few years is going to be probably learning how to drive, and I just want to know what challenges do I look forward to teaching a child how to drive. And Jason, obviously you've had to teach 2 completely now,
Yeah.
and you're working on a 3rd
I'm
teaching how to
working on
drive,
my
right?
3rd.
So, like, what's some good advice you have for those of us who are trying to teach or gonna have to teach our kids how to drive?
What I would suggest you do is let your wife do it.
All right, good advice. Hey,
No,
hey, babe, you're gonna teach our kids how to drive.
No, I think I don't know. I mean, I got great kids, so it made it real easy. So they all had to learn to drive a stick. They've all enjoyed it. Not really, but I keep telling them that it's a great thing to learn, and so they pretty much do the same thing that I think I did whenever I was that age, and get frustrated with the stick and clutches. And I keep telling them they haven't lived until they've sat at a stoplight or a stop sign and stalled out 3 times while there's a whole line behind you. And there's just something about, it's kind of like a rite of passage, right?
Yes, you should.
Did
Everyone
you
should
do that?
There's-
Oh, yes.
Do you know how to drive a stick?
Oh, yeah. My dad was a saint.
Really?
Yes, because my mother started teaching me how to drive, and in about 10 minutes realized I think I told her she couldn't teach me because she was giving me an ulcer because she was so scared about the driving. I mean, it was awful. It was no, and don't, and quit. I'm like, okay, you're not teaching me how to drive. Daddy can teach me how to drive. And he was a saint, and he took me up the hills and down the valleys and on the dirt roads and learned in the stick.
Wow.
He is awesome.
Who
so.
taught you how to drive?
My mom taught me how to drive.
Really?
Yes. Fun. Another fun question. What was the first vehicle you drove?
Do you
I don't
remember?
know. What was the first thing I drove?
Well, you don't even remember that?
That I drove? No.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's been longer for them
Yeah,
than
it's
it
been
has
a
for
long
me.
time.
Yeah, okay.
My parents did surprise me and bought me a Toyota Corolla that was probably an 84 Toyota Corolla that they surprised me with, which was great, was awesome surprise. And it was the stick shift because we didn't actually have one. And so that's what they taught me how to drive in. So that's the one I remember. I don't know what our actual car was that I backed into the house with. I don't know.
That you backed into the house with.
Which
No,
might
why?
be why Mama was scared.
Yeah,
Like literally
really.
into the house, or did you just
I
stop
just
at the
kind of
house? You
clipped
didn't-
the edge of the house with
Okay.
the front of the car.
Okay.
No major damage.
Okay.
My first one was a 78 Olds Cutlass Supreme 4-barrel carburetor, V8. And that was the very first thing that I got behind the wheel. I didn't get behind the car, I got behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, the steering wheel. yeah.
And and I loved it. In fact, it was black, had the like small, the soft top on the back part, but kind of top, hard top there. And then I ended up eventually that became my car. And after my parents bought new cars or whatever along the way, and it had a personality. It really did. I promise you. In fact, it had a name.
Oh, that's nice.
And did your car have a name?
My first car had a name.
Did your car have a name? What?
Why did your car not have a name?
It's too much work.
My car's name was Betsy.
Betsy.
And literally back in the olden days when we had to use carrier pigeons to send notes,
Yeah.
people
This is
would,
before you had pagers.
That's right, before pagers. People would write me and they would ask me how Betsy was doing. I mean, it was this amazing thing. So I love that car.
Wow.
I loved it, had a blast with it, and then I totaled it.
Nice.
I totaled it because I went across all 4 lanes of an interstate.
I just had an epiphany.
Oh.
What's that?
I just realized why none of my children were named until after they were born.
Oh no.
Because I'm a 9.
Oh.
Like, that all makes sense now.
It all
Thank
makes
you.
sense now.
I mean, you're talking about naming cars. I could barely name my children.
Yeah.
But
Wait a minute now. For the first few years of Gina's life, we called her Ruthie.
she's still Ruthie to Tracy, but
She's still
Gina.
Ruthie. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
Really?
I got confused. It's like we changed your name. Like
Is Ruth
That's
in
her middle name. It's all legit. It's just a matter. It's all a matter of which side of the family you love the most.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
I got you. All right.
But that all became clear now. So
I
thank
wish
you
everyone
for
could see
clarifying.
Call
Gina's
you
face
Ruthie
right
now.
now.
I love it.
Jeannie Ruthie.
All right, next question. Hey, we had a lot of people asking where they could get the merchandise we have on stage.
Wow.
It's kind of embarrassing because we just found these coffee cups, and they're actually the We Are One
I would
coffee
auction
cups,
mine.
and we just stuck a sticker on the coffee cup.
$1,000 right here.
Yeah, 1,000. Yeah, so
And you can even get the really bad tea that goes in it.
yeah, the tea from a month ago that tastes really good.
That tastes like it's a month old.
Yep.
So that's good. That's good.
All right, a couple more questions. What would a perfect day look like for you?
Oh, man. It's got to be at the beach. That's all I know.
That's all you know.
That's the number one thing. What do you think? No? Not at the beach?
Not at the beach.
I'm getting cues from our studio audience. I think a perfect day, man. Now see, the performer in me says that every day's perfect, right? I mean, every day is just the best day because it's all on point.
There you go.
That's the performer in
Yes.
me. So I don't know. I don't have to. I'm trying to think what a bad day would look like.
There are no bad days in a three's life.
There's
is that what
not.
you're saying?
Very, very few bad days.
It's always the best day ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Every day's a party.
Every
I'm bringing chips, salsa, and Diet 7 Up, baby. We're having a party.
Diet 7 Up.
What party's that?
I don't know.
Who would drink Diet 7? They even sell that?
I heard Stephen Manley say that once. So that's,
Tanya, what about you?
If I had to put on real clothes and leave the house,
I mean,
because
this
that
is,
would
this
actually-
is your perfect day.
that
You
would
can do whatever
actually
you want to.
that would actually be the perfect day. I think
to put on real clothes and leave the house?
no, to stay in pajamas and not leave the house would be the perfect day, but that's boring.
So she's loving quarantine.
I have loved quarantine. It has not lasted long enough for me. My boss kept wanting me to show up for staff meeting. But that's okay.
But it's fun to be together.
I think I would say at an amusement park with no lines would be a really great day. I like an amusement
An
park day.
amusement park with no
At the beach.
lines.
An amusement park at the beach would be even better. That'd work. Not too hot. Yeah.
What would a perfect day for me be like? I'd probably like, I could go to the beach or Disney.
Fishing.
Fishing. I like fishing. I could fish all day long. So, I got a lot of things I could do perfect day. Disney with my family is always fun.
Aw.
I was going to say, see, I'm thinking through like the beach, and then I'm remembering all the times we went to Disney and Busch Gardens and just all that stuff. Just any, that's
I do
that's
miss
cool
the
stuff.
days going to Disney when I had like a two kid stroller, because that was the best way to get through the crowds.
You can have more kids.
No.
Adopt some kids.
Ava, he needs you to sit in a stroller real quick, all
We're
right?
gonna put you back in a stroller just so we can do that. All right. I got one more question for tonight, and this is the most important question, I think, and it was sent in by someone. I'm not going to tell you their name.
Did he just mumble?
Yeah, I did.
I think he did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mumbled.
He's coffish.
Clear my throat.
He's not tall and sticky, though.
I think everyone really wants to know, Jason.
Uh-oh.
Yes, this is definitely for you.
Uh-oh.
Who is your favorite staff member?
Is it time for a commercial?
Oh, we didn't plan any commercials.
No commercials. Is this going to be edited? That's what I need to know.
No, we're live, actually. So
We're live.
just put you on the spot there.
Well, let's see. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the ability. George is waving his hand. Him and Bill actually make me look good right now. So
Right?
that's,
You don't want to mess with them too much right now.
No, I love. See, once again, the three of me just says that everybody is perfect and on point and right on. But I've thought about this. There is one that is really my top favorite.
Yeah.
And I would tell you that my number one favorite person who works at this church is James, our janitor. He's our hero right now.
That's right.
He's our hero right now.
He does. He keeps everything disinfected.
Oh my goodness, he
So-
is the man.
Yes.
I hope
keeps
he's watching. I've been telling him to watch stuff, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping he's watching.
Hopefully he is. Hopefully he is.
Yeah, he's
So
a good guy.
we do appreciate it, James. He does a great job, and he's going to continue doing a great job keeping us clean and disinfected.
Way to go, James.
Yes. Well, Grace Church, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Not So Late Show. Make sure you are here next week. Check us out. Pastor Jason's going to be back again. We'll have the one-man band, Philip, back.
Yes.
Yes.
Rocking
Yes.
it out.
And we will also have the one-man band's wife next week. Woo-hoo.
Woo!
Yes. We'll have Michelle on here next week. And we will finally find out the answer to whether or not all worship pastors wear holy jeans or not. So
Holy jeans.
she's actually wearing holy jeans right now. What's my name? Oh, everybody, my name. For all of you who have guessed, if you didn't guess it right, it is Billy James.
Billy James.
Billy James. It is not Buford Jerome or Bartholomew Jackson. Sorry for those who thought that. It's not Barbara Jones. Barbara Jones either. All right, we will see you next week. If you have any more questions for the pastors, make sure you send those to bj@columbiagrace.org. And we're going to have the one-man band, Philip, play us out.
You're right.
Yep, he was falling asleep over there.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Rock it out, man. You can kind of, if you're online with us, you can kind of get it going. It's been fun hanging out with you.